Hello investors and welcome back to Just Randy Stocks. I wanted to get another video out before market open tomorrow because I've been following Astra for quite some time. I used to do weekly videos on them, and then I was like, look, y'all get a successful launch back and then maybe we can talk. So they did that this weekend, successfully launched finally. Congratulations. Even Elon Musk congratulated them. I'm going to show you why you shouldn't promise all of your family members that this is going to go absolutely parabolic next week. We've got some financials, right? This company has started reporting and they are still pre-revenue. So manage those expectations. We're going to do a comparison with Rocket Lab's financials. I think you're going to like what I have. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Be sure to give the video a big thumbs up if you find any value in this video. And let's get started. All right, so let's get straight into it. You can see confirmed. LVOO, or Launch Vehicle 0007, has successfully reached orbit. That happened this weekend, November 20th, and Elon Musk himself congratulated the startup Astra for reaching orbit for its first time. And thank you so much, Easy, on our Discord page for letting me know that Michael does have a scheduled call. It looks like there is going to be a press conference with CEO Chris Kemp tomorrow morning to discuss the company's first successful orbital launch, and this will be on CNBC. So I've got satellite radio. I might be checking that out. And then the next thing that I wanted to share with you was the potential for the volume and what kind of price action could we see. We've got a 52-week range, low of 734, so obviously I don't expect it going into that direction, but I also don't expect that we'll reach $22 either, and I'll explain why. Let's go straight into the financials and look at these quarterly buckets of the continued loss. Now, one of the reasons that Astra did not go down further when they released their most current earnings was that their losses weren't as much as analysts expected. So that was a good thing. But you do see we've got red straight across the board. And as far as cash, net income, I meant obviously we've got losses across the board. Balance sheet, not a large pot of money, but enough to operate with these type of losses for the rest of the year, through the next year. But I want to take a look at Rocket Labs and show you these positive revenues, and you can see that these have been increasing with a sharp decline here in this most recent quarter. So with the red that we're seeing in Astra and it being pre-revenue, and understanding that Rocket Labs has revenue, now of course they are also not profitable. But do I expect Astra, once they start generating revenue, to get profitable much quicker? Now, there's several things happening, and one of those is, they're continuing to expand. So they've began their expansion efforts. There's going to be costs that still go into this, and they're expanding. They're trying to do, these launches at a much more frequent pace. You can see that they're adding to their talent team, and they're highlighting that they're getting high-quality employees from Google, Blue Orion, Apple, and Maxar. So they are acquiring, but down here, they highlighted their financials, and you could just see it's all a loss. Now, I do not want to hold this stock from going up, and anything that I say in this video isn't going to cause it not to go up if that's what it's destined to do. So I just want to tell you, in the short term, I would not buy this over $10. So, if you didn't get in on this price action, you might want to just wait until there's a pullback on this after this run up. So, or just consider you missed this one and grab the next one. You just don't want to buy too high, and then they go into their next launch and the next launch isn't a repeat. It's not successful. The stock does pull back, and that could present a buying opportunity. So I've got this stock price going up about 20% tomorrow. That would be a good, healthy movement. I believe that's where the stock deserves to be after this successful launch. 30% would put it at about $12.62. I believe it could find support there, but I don't know that it would sustain that support. Now, let's take a look at tip ranks to see what they think. And their analysts have this as a low of $9. I like it at that price or below. I think that's an add. And that's where I like to add, is below analyst price targets. Average price of $11. We've got room to move there from the current price that we've seen on Yahoo Finance. Now we know this has went up to about $9.70 pre-market, and pre-market I expected to go a little higher, so there is that 15 to 20% movement for those of you that held this or have it below the 950 range. And then of course it has a high of $13. I've got it also as a high of about 1262. That would make about a 30% movement. So I could see it holding at this average price, and then analysts possibly upgrading this. So final thoughts on Astra. The number one reason why I really like this company is how cost conscious they are. Now there's a lot that they still need to do, and those costs are going to continue probably for a few more quarters before they start actually generating revenue. So they need to have another successful launch for investors and for partners to really have stability in their ability to launch successfully. So not only that, they've got to build out their facility, which they're in the process of doing. You know that they're building out their team. They need locations where they can launch. They can't just launch out of one location. And then they're working on their constellation network. So as they build that constellation network out, I envision this being something very similar to what Black Sky is doing with about the same number of satellites. And then they are going to develop new partnerships and new contracts. So I want to leave all of my soliciting at the end of the video. That way, if you've already heard all of this, you know you can drop off. And I want to respect everyone's time, but there are new viewers sometimes. And if you're new, you haven't subscribed to the channel, I just want to welcome you. Thank you for watching the video. I hope this was helpful. It provided you with some insight. Now, there's a lot of topics that we talk about that aren't discussed in videos because just due to time limitations. We talk about those in the Discord. The Discord is absolutely free. Everything is free in the description. There's no charges for anything. All right, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video.